I love that on Book Talk we keep it pretty positive with our book reviews and recommendations, but at the end of the day, I'm a nosy bitch, and I want to know what books you people are giving 1-star reviews to, especially if they're popular books. So I figured I would go first. I will air mine out, the books that I did not love in 2024. At least half of these will be extremely unpopular opinions, and that's okay, because I'm going to give 2 disclaimers. The first one is reading is personal. And just because I don't like a book doesn't mean that you have to dislike it. I actually am really jealous if you like these books, because then you got to participate in the TikTok trends and all the conversations around it. So I'm actually jealous of you. 2, this is not to bash any authors. A lot of these authors, I've read other books from them and love them. It's just I didn't love these particular books. Nothing against them. Honestly, it's probably a me problem because, like I said, millions of people have loved these books. So it's just me not liking them. And at the end of the day, these authors have written and published books, something I will never achieve in my life. So they're already better than me in that regard. So without further ado, the first one is the entire Throne of Glass series. Just not for me. Not my type of fantasy book. I have learned that I like romanticises. Just a little bit too much world building, info dumping, characters, location, storylines I had to remember. Just wasn't for me. Wasn't my cup of tea. ACOTAR, Crescent City, loved. Second one, Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm sorry, this will be harsh, but this is probably one of the worst books I've read in my whole life. I did not like this book at all. Not for me. I would not recommend it to anyone, but I know people love it. Like Taylor Swift endorsed it. She made a song for the movie, so that's a me problem. When the Moon Hatched. Another fantasy book that just was not for me. Honestly, it didn't really have much of a shot with me when I opened the book and it had like a 20-page dictionary. Like right off the bat, I did not like that, so I went in with really bad intentions already. And then the book is extremely long and a little confusing. And honestly, I couldn't tell you what the book was even about at this point, and I read the whole thing and did a whole podcast episode on it. Still couldn't tell you. And the fourth one was Promise Me Not. And this one breaks my heart because I love Say You Swear. And I was so excited for the sequel for 2 years. And then I read it and I was very disappointed. Now, it wasn't a 1-star for me. I think I gave it like 2.5. Just fell flat, didn't have the magic of the first one, was not for me. And I'm sure I've offended so many of you with those 4 options. But, let me know in the comments what books maybe you didn't like that were really popular on Book Talk to make me feel better. And also just because I'm extremely nosy.